I'm gonna check if... Second. All right. I think, yes. They have started. They're both not at the board yet. Well, I already saw Dina's opponent, I think, but Dina not yet. Hi Lisa, hello, hello. Good afternoon or morning. Good to see you all. I did put in the alerts for Dina as well. So I hope. Oh yes, I see an alert. I see an alert. That's really awesome. Set subscriber. Thank you for the sub from Dina. That's awesome. I was worried the alerts weren't working because I was hearing things, I was hearing sounds, but I wasn't I wasn't sure where it came from. I am commentating Dina's game. Yes, yes. We're still waiting for both the players to arrive at the board. Oh, a raid from Ekna. I think it's awesome that we can see the alerts. Um, Thank you, Ekna, for the raid. Yes, Joe, if I can have access to the non-delayed DGT board, that would be really awesome. Coming. No worries, Dina, no worries. We'll be fine. I think the clocks haven't started yet. Oh, they... Right on. Maybe they have. How was your stream, Agnes? Thanks for the raids. I hope you had a nice stream today. Fashion related. I mean, it will be interesting game with the time odds, but it's all good. It's all good. Yes, we're also live on YouTube, Dina. I'm streaming now to my channel, your Twitch channel, and to your YouTube channel. So we should be on three channels right now. 110 increment 10 seconds. Yes. So the time control for today is 110 minutes plus 10 seconds increment from 1 on, I assume. So I think that's a really nice increment. No, time control. Yes, go Dina, go, yes. We're still waiting for Dina, that's okay. I saw that Dina had a draw yesterday. Was it a good game? I only watched a little bit from the beginning, but did Dina have a good game yesterday? A draw is good, right? When do the games begin? Anytime now, anytime now. We already see the opponent. Yes, good game yesterday. That's awesome. No? Is bad? Oh, okay. Draw is bad. That's okay. Today will be a win and it will be good. 2 wins today. And Dina's playing with the white pieces, so I think we'll see a win today. Maybe Dina is too tough on herself. I think draw in the first round is nice results. Better than a loss. You're completely winning. Oh no. That's, I mean, then I understand that you're not so happy with the draw, that if you're completely winning. Running late? That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. That's okay. Just gonna keep the tension for the exciting chess game. Dina walked around in the beginning of the game and then she was short on time. Is Dina good with her time management or not so good? Today she So today Dina is playing against I think this opponent is from yesterday because she's playing with the white pieces today, right? Against Tori Porat, a women's candidate master with a 2062 USCF rating and 1895 FIDE rating. So it will be an exciting game, that's for sure. How did Dina do yesterday? Yesterday she drew, but we just heard that she was not so happy about it because she was winning. But a draw is better than a loss. But if you were winning and then you draw, might not feel super good. But I think a draw, I think she can be really happy with the draw. Yeah, I heard that Bok and Amaya are commentating for Botes, so I'll have Dutch commentators today. As rare as the eclipse, yes. How you see Dina? She just shook hands, shook. I'm not English is not my native language. Okay. Do you guys know what Dina often plays with white? What is my native my native language is Dutch. E4, H4. Somehow I don't believe H4. I do believe E4 though. Okay, I will put the moves on manually for now, and once we get the link with no E4 with no delay, I will switch to a different board. Right, this is E4, right? No, I feel like she played D4. My bad. She played D4. A surprise, a surprise. Right, this is a surprise. D4 instead of E4. We stand corrected. And C4, she's going for Queen's Gambit. C6 or London system, but not anymore because she played C4. Developing the knight. So we see a Queen's Gambit. I am very surprised because you guys said she would play E4 and now she's going for D4. Knight F6. All right, and we see queen b3. Yeah, I have this mouse that's does like this. I don't know. I thought I knew how to do it. Ah, okay, I fixed it. I fixed it, guys. I fixed it. Wow, that was easier than I thought. It's all fixed again. All right, so our opponent is thinking after queen b3. So d takes c4, e6, and h6 are moves here. So I think we'll be seeing maybe one of these moves. Looks a bit Slav-like, right? What her opponent is playing. Dina is low on time. A little bit, yes, a little bit. So non-delayed board. Okay, let me check. Okay, got it. I just have to put gonna find Dina's board. Games. Search Dina. All right, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, there we go. I think I just cut off the board a little bit. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, we're good. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay, nice. Now we also see the clock. So, okay, Dina is a little bit low on time. That's okay. Okay, it's fine. We now have the board. We don't have to put the moves on anymore manually. So Dina just played bishop to c4. Let's see. We could maybe see c5 to get some tension into the center. Maybe bishop e7, queen a5 check, also a possibility. So any of these moves. Sorry for the small technical difficulties. We were waiting for the non-delay boards. So we're there. We're there now. It will be smooth sailing from now on. But yes, I'll introduce myself another time since we already started. My name is Phoebe, and yeah, I also play chess, and I'm really excited to be here today to commentate on Dina's game, and yeah, to see you all today. I jinxed the stream. No, don't say that. I didn't. What opening did Dina play? Dina played the Queen's Gambit, and so far we're in a Queen's Gambit declined. because they did not accept the gambit. They didn't take on c4, so it was declined. Sorry, yes, I am also Dutch. And I study art history. Those are some facts about me. So yeah. My name is also maybe in the title, I guess. So if you forget my name, it's in the title. All right. We see bishop d6, looking to trade his bishop because Dina's bishop is quite good, right? It has a lot of scope. So black is looking to trade the bishop. Also, they have less space than Dina, so trading pieces is good for black. Looks like a weird semi-Slav. I mean, I was thinking the same, right? Bishop d6, I didn't expect, even though it makes sense to want to trade his bishop. I feel like in some exchange Frenches, I also always trade these bishops. I mean, I like to trade these bishops. I jackknife. No, the Queen Gambit. Sorry. It's a Slav, not the Queen's Gambit declined. I just thought because they didn't take our pawn, we declined the Gambit. So in literal terms, they declined, you know, the Gambit. And yeah, I was talking about literal terms. Also, I would have guessed this would be a Slav, but I'm not so good with opening names. Back in the day, I used to study the Slav a little bit, but I went against it because of this white bishop. It's like in the French, when you have this bishop, it's difficult to develop. In the Slav, it's the same. So, okay, and Dina trades the bishop. So we probably see queen takes, and then maybe something like e3, getting the bishop out. Ah, yes, I am reading all the chats, so no worries, no worries. I'm reading Dina's YouTube and Twitch and my own Twitch. So I see all your messages. I do have two screens, so that's why I always turn my head. All right, and Dina is taking some time here. And she goes for this e3 to get the bishop out, probably to d3 and then go for castle as soon as possible. And black would probably also castle sometime soon. The ratings on her screen, yes. Also the clock. Also the clock. You see that Dina is a little bit lower on time because she was running late, but I think it's all fine. Hi, Mir. My rating is 1669, so I don't have a title. She drew yesterday. She wasn't so happy with the draw, I heard, but yeah. I think a draw is good. But she said she was in a winning position and then drew, which I can imagine is frustrating. So let's hope for a win today. She's playing with the white pieces, so I have really high hopes. Why does Dina have a USCF rating? So I think Dina lives right now in the US, right? So the USCF rating is the national US ratings, national rating system. And a lot of countries have their own rating system. In the Netherlands, you have KNSB rating, which is the Dutch national rating. And you get that besides your FIDE rating. So it's just bound to kind of the country you're in. And yes, you get them by playing UCF rated, national rated tournaments. Mm. Ah, Joe, I see your message. Thank you. I didn't respond, but thank you for your message about chess.com link. Yes, the time control is 110 minutes plus 10 seconds for move 1. I am Dutch from Dutchland. Yes. I I mean, I don't know Anish personally. But that time control is 100 plus 10. Ah, okay. I think all of them are 110 though. If they're playing the same tournament as Dina, because I saw that there's also a 3-round event. Maybe they have a different time control. Yeah, time controls, they vary a lot. All right, we see castles by black. Still totally fine, equal. All right, maybe knight c3. Queen a3. h3 are the moves Stockfish recommends. I would say bishop to d4 could be logical too. Since we did play e3, kinda to get our bishop out. So that could be a logical continuation too. All right, she's taking some time, but that's completely fine. The time control for below 2100 is 100 plus 10. Over 2100 is 110 plus 10. Ah, that's good to know. Thank you. I didn't know that, but thank you for sharing. All right, she did go with knight c3, which is also the best move according to Stockfish. So that's very good. Game is complicated. We're still in the opening stages of the game, so it's still all okay. I think once we get a bit more to the middle game, it gets more complicated. At least in my opinion, middle games are more complicated than openings. To kind of find plans, you know, I feel like that's always difficult. All right, how can white develop? I mean, sorry, black. Black still has this problem, right, with the white square bishop. To get it out of there, maybe at some point trying to push for e5. But Stockfish recommends rook d8, b6, b6 maybe to push for c5, and knight bd7. Can to develop the knight before the bishop. So any of these moves are okay. Find b6 interesting to go for c5. What is Dina's opponent eating? I haven't noticed her eating. I don't know. You'll be anxious to make illegal moves at a chess tournament? I can imagine. I can imagine. I did it once with an illegal move. Alright, you see knight bd7, which is completely fine. Still looking, I think, to get any of these pawn breaks in. I mean, I didn't mean to do an illegal move. I saw the best square for knight, and I just put it there without thinking where my knight came from, and then my game was forfeited. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all fine. Oh, thanks, HPV Bats. All right, so let's look at some options for Dina. Bishop e2. Oh. Rook c1. And queen c2. Bring the queen back. And look at this diagonal. I don't play the King's Gambit, no. I like queen c2. That feels good. Getting your queen active on this diagonal. Rook c1 also is very good. Maybe to support this c4 pawn. See you later, dear kid. Coffee time. All right, and we see rook to d1. Also good, also good. Supporting this d4 pawn. All right. So, what could be some plans for black here? Queen e7, a6, maybe b5. Could that be something? And rook e8, trying for this e5 break. I like this e5 break for black, especially since our king is uncastled. Opening this, kind of trying to open the center is always a good idea when the king is uncastled. So I think castling soon maybe would be nice for Dina. Yes, Mairead, yes. The last round will be going into the night for me, but that's not a problem at all. Julie Polgar's favorite opening is the King's Gambit. I didn't know that. That's a fun fact. My hair. The cup is massive. I know. I like to drink tea. Staying hydrated is very healthy. All right, so her opponent is still thinking, which is beneficial to us because we're a bit lower on the clock, like around 20 minutes. Yes, I believe there is a cash prize. I mean, a money prize. I don't know if you get in cash. You can earn money if you win the tournament. Yes. In most tournaments, you win money. In some local tournaments, at least in Netherlands, you can win like chess books. But in most tournaments, you win money. I think I also took it to literal cash prize. Doesn't mean literal cash, right? Um, but yeah, there is prize money. I will think about it, T-boy. Thank you. Yeah, I think the most I won in a tournament is 40 euros. Yeah, I was really happy with it. Hi, Daniel. All right, she's still thinking. Maybe she's trying to make this e5 idea work. Hi, dancing pawn. What I do with my 40 euros? I think I maybe spend it on food. At least I like to eat food, so yeah, probably spend it on that. Alright, you saw Dina leave because her opponent is taking quite a while for the move. We're still in the opening, only the ninth move, so might be early to take a lot of time. Which move it is? We are on move 9. Alright, and we do see rook d8, which is a fine move. Ah, are they not playing in the same hall together? Ah, and she's back. She's back. Alex near the window at the back. Ah, they're on at the end of the hall. Alright, so Dina is back. Let's look at some of the moves. Still bishop e2, trying to castle. Also h3. And I think bishop e2 is quite logical to get his castle in. Because if black can come with any of these pawn breaks, then our king might be unsafe. Well, I think Dina looks intelligent either way. I do like glasses on her, but she looks good either way. $15,000. That's quite a big prize fund. But that's really nice. So yes, Dina is the one in the red sweater. I feel like they both have brown hair, so if you don't see their faces, they look like each other because they both have a bit brownish hair. I tried to point, but then I realized my cam cuts off here, and no, she's not blonde anymore. She now has brown hair and bangs. All right, if you do see bishop e2, I like it. Getting getting ready to castle. I think Dina is playing the open. I don't know if there's a women's section. At least I only read about the open one. All right. So we could maybe see bishop takes, pawn takes c4 because Dina just developed a bishop. So now is a good moment to get this c4 pawn so that kind of Dina has to waste another move to get the pawn back. We could also see b6 to go for c5. Yes, the color looks good and the bangs are banging. I agree. I think the hairstyle really fits Dina. What's my Edo? My Edo is 1669. So I'm very far away from Dina's rating. But I'm trying my best to say something insightful about the positions we're seeing today. How long have I been playing chess? For almost 3 years. For almost 3 years. Like 2.5, almost 3. Mhm. All right, so our opponent is taking some time. She's closing in on Dina's time though, so that's good, that's good. Let's see if all the streams are still streaming. Yes, okay, we're good, we're good. Hi Misa. No, I'm commentating for Dina today. Go Dina, yes. Hi Hasino, how are you? All right, she's about to move, and she goes with b6. All right, she's going for this c5 plan to break in the center. I like it. I do like keeping the attention. I also like that Dina hasn't taken this pawn yet. I think because Dina doesn't have to take, she can just keep the tension. So I think we're good. All right. So we see that castles is one of the top moves right now, which is logical, right? Because black is trying to break open the center. Rook to d2, also an option, but also c takes d5. C takes d5 is also an option. I do unreflected. I commentate quite some other games as well. Really like commentating, so really happy to commentate today as well. Alright, so her opponent left. So I heard that it was quite cold in the playing hall. At least I heard Dina say that on the stream yesterday. So she looks like she's warmer today. Like in a sweater. She came prepared. "98 degrees here tomorrow." Kind of that sounds very hot to me because for we have Celsius and and then the kind of everything that goes up is hotter. Alright, she's taking some time, but I think that's fine here. Because there's a lot of things to think about. Alright, she castles. I think that's a good decision. because c5 will be coming at some point probably. So I feel like it just feels safer with arcane castles. What is Dina looking for? I don't know. Maybe something. I don't know. But now they both left. Now we have no one at the table. It's 37 degrees Celsius. That's pretty warm. Now it's just us. Yes, now it's just us. But in this time, we can look at some options for her opponent. H6. Sorry, H6 is here. Bishop B7. I like bishop B7 because after maybe C5 we can create something for our bishop here. Queen E7. Sorry, Queen E7. So there are some options for black. Yeah, they both left. Hi Justin, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, there's a lot of walking around. I mean, I think there are different kinds of people, you know, the ones that like to walk around to kind of clear their mind, the ones that try to keep on seated because then they say focus. So yeah, it depends on what you personally like more. And there are a lot of kids, yeah. I actually haven't HVV bet. I actually didn't want to mention it. I mean, I think it's really cool that so many kids get into chess. And also a bit more girls as well. The new generation of chess players. I think it's nice. But I think it's also I mean, I personally find it really scary to play against kids because they can be really underrated. Mention it. Oh, now that you bring it up, HVV, I have to I have to mention it. Um, but yes, I recently a magazine has been published with me on the cover. So it's a Dutch magazine. If you are in the Netherlands, you can get it. So that's really exciting. If you're not in the Netherlands, I don't know if you can get it. I don't have an answer yet to that. Maybe, but it's in Dutch. So yeah, that was really excited. Show it. Oh, I put it away already. This is it. This is me playing chess. So that's that's exciting. And there is also an article about about me playing chess. Yeah, my mom is really proud. She posted about it in her story, like a picture of the cover, and she was like, "So proud of my Phoebe." Really sweet. I am Dutch. Yeah, I'm Dutch. All right, and Dina is back, but her opponent played bishop b7. All right. HPV. I like how you're trying to promote the link. I think that's awesome. Yes, the Bota sisters are also playing this tournament. All right, so maybe it's right now time to take on d5 for Dina. H3 also a possibility, or rook c1. Rook c1 maybe is a little bit counterintuitive because we already put the rook on d1. So maybe taking. So we could get Dina versus one of the Bota sisters. I'm not sure. I think they might be playing in different rating groups. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be possible, but it would be cool. Yeah, they're playing in different sections, so I think it's not gonna be possible. But we can see them a little bit. Andrea is sitting at the end of the row that Dina's sitting in, and then Alex is sitting kinda here, like in the corner there. Dina's rating is 2205. Alright, and she takes on d5. That's excellent. That's the best move. That's the best move. That's really good. Right, her opponent is still not yet to be seen. They can take in 3 different ways, so we'll have to see how she will take back. What's her opponent's rating? Her opponent's rating is 1895 or 1995. 1995. No, sorry, 1895. I stand corrected. 1895. What is the total time they get? 110 minutes plus 10 seconds increments. I sit corrected, sorry. Alright, how will she take back? What do you guys think? What is logical? Stockfish says knight is the best way to take back. A little bit, yes, on the river. I watched the beginning of the stream yesterday. I think knight takes is proper because they're offering a knight trade, and might be better for black because have little space. Oh, Dina's opponent is 14? Really? I didn't know. That's very young. That's very young. Okay, another kid. There are lots of kids in the tournament. Do I think the people that are walking around are players? I think some of them are, but also maybe visitors. All right, and she took with the e-pawn. Maybe she thinks that this open e-file is good. I think a plan for Dina could be maybe to go for e4 at some point to kind of break black center. Even though we should be careful to not open black's bishop too much. It's still rook c1 could be a move here, h3, and rook d2, maybe to stack the rooks on the d file. So we have some options, and maybe this e4 plan could be something to look at as well. Oops. I know, it's a really big mug. I drink a lot of tea. It's really healthy to stay hydrated. Thanks, Raid Koopa. Thank you. All right, all right. So Dina is right now around 16 minutes down still on the clock, which is already a bit less than we started with. But still we're down on the clock. I think rook c1 might be logical. Dina might play rook c1. H3. I don't really understand the point of h3 yet. But I guess a move like h3 is always handy to play. Yeah, Dina's opponent is 14. I also didn't know. So Dina is playing her second kit of the tournament. We're exercising for Twitchcon. Not really. Not really. I am celebrating vacation. 3 months. So I mean, I will just be chilling, I think. Oh, for the dance battle. I mean, I don't think I need exercise for the dance battle. I think yeah, I just dance and that will be fine. Is this an official FIDE tournament? I think so. I assume so. I actually assumed that it was a FIDE tournament. I don't think I'm winning Fushmek. I just think that it's about having fun, and I don't think I need to prepare to have fun. It is FIDE rated? Alright. And also UCSF, right? That's the name? Rated, like national rating. You're also playing this tournament gamer guy? And you just won your round? Congrats, that's awesome. USCF. Okay, I said it correct, right? No, I did not say it correct. Never mind. Okay. Dina's taking quite some time. But it's difficult. It's difficult. I mean, it's difficult to see how we can improve our pieces. Because our bishop doesn't have too many squares, so it can be better. Maybe d3, but I think Stockfish really likes her rook on c1. I am a KNSB member, yes. I don't really understand your question, Altamira. She's moving. All right, she goes for h4. I think this is a good plan. Maybe she's looking to gain some space on the queen side. I mean, we have already some space in the center. Gaining space on the queen side, I think it's a good plan from Dina. Ah, I see Altamir. I think I mean, I think if you wanna become one of the best in chess, you should like get a title. Um, like there are certain people that everyone knows, I feel like. But you can get known through just being really good at chess or like streaming chess, doing chess content creating. So I think there are different ways to get known in the chess world, if that answers your question. Yeah, I feel like I once a friend of mine said that you are born a GM. Like, um, not everyone can kind of be a GM, but you have to have a certain talent. I'm not sure if I totally agree with it. I think if you work hard enough, you can achieve everything you want in life. I do think that's becoming a grandmaster has something to do with talent. It will help you in your process, but you don't need to be talented. So yeah, but it's still like uh, really impressive as a child. If you can be the grandmaster, I think that's crazy. Yeah, I think to become a grandmaster, you need to start early. Um, but I mean, never say never, right? I think if you can dedicate your time to it or later in life, you can definitely achieve anything you want. It will just be more difficult. Um, but it's not a you can't do it. You just have to work maybe a bit harder for it. All right, let's look at some options for Dina's opponent. Um, we see knight e4, which can be pretty annoying because e4 square is a knight square for the knight. Um, c5, kind of putting this b6 move to use. And a5 kind of countering Dina's a4 and also grabbing some space on the queen side. So multiple candidate moves here. I mean, it's very difficult to become a GM, but I think if you just want to get better at chess, you don't need to be a GM to have a good level in chess. All right, we see h3, no h6, sorry, h6. Could it be maybe premature to play h6? It was not necessary yet, and we don't have I mean, maybe a little bit, it's okay. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you guys are right. It's really difficult, and achieving like 1800, 2000 is really difficult, and definitely to do it by yourself. Like, I think if you are getting help, like for example, Dina's Russian chess school, I think it's goes faster and you learn more efficiently to get a higher rating. Oh, fly. Oh, that I don't know, mermaids. That I don't know. I don't think I have an answer to your question. Um, there's a fly here. Maybe stopping knight g5 because she wants to push c5. Ah, yeah. Prevent this. I could see that. I could see where you're coming from, definitely, yeah. I am not in Dina's Russian school of chess because I already have a trainer, but if I wouldn't have a trainer right now, I would definitely consider joining. Because I saw some videos and I looked at the website, and I mean, Dina knows a lot about chess. So I think Dina is really a great person to learn from. All right, and Dina is back. Dina is back. All right, so she could go for a5. Can I break up black's structure on the queen side? Um, I don't know. Rook c1. Rook c1 is still an option too. And also h3. So rook c1 has been an option for very long. But right now a5 would be Stockfish's top choice. And I think the main point is to kind of, if they take, their structure is broken, this is weak, c6 can be weak. If they go for b5, this c5 square becomes weak. If we can put a knight there, we have a really strong knight. Hi, Saver. Yes, that's correct. Yes. Thank you. Good to see you, Saver. All right, and she goes for a5. I do like it. I feel like a5 feels just really good. I mean, what have I done? I wanted to say something and it didn't really come out of there really good. What are they gonna do? Take and create weaknesses for themselves? b5, and then we get to c5 square maybe? Hi Zen, how are you? So they have a choice right now. They have a choice. What to do? How do we respond to a5? And yeah, Stockfish wants c5. Which is, I feel like, a fine move because we played b6, right? So c5 is very logical. There's c5, we can just take. Oh, trying to put arrows. Nice, Sanjay. Yeah, I mean, if they take, the bishop hangs. That's very. It will blunder a piece right away. So they cannot take, of course. So c5 could be option. Or rook a c8. to support c5 even more. What tournament is this? This is the Charlotte Chess Center tournament. The Carolinas Classic. Yes. So many people wandering around. I mean, it looks like a really busy tournament. Hi, HVV fans. I'll be fine, don't you? All right, so what do we prefer? c5 right away or rook a c8? After c5 and d takes c5, black has this isolated queen's pawn, right? So it depends if Dina likes to play against IQP maybe after c5. But all the moves that Stockfish suggests us kind of point towards this c5 break. That's a good question, Remy, because I feel like, I mean, I don't know how to answer this correctly, but I feel like Stockfish gives the most accurate moves, and I feel like to win a game, you have to be the one that plays the most accurate, right? So maybe that's a reason. I mean, I just made this up completely. It could also be completely different. I just feel like the person that wins in the end plays the most accurate. So maybe that's a reason. I don't know. Just made it up. I actually never thought about it, that there are also different chess engines. That makes sense. It makes sense. With the pawn push, if takes, how do you defend the pawn? Doesn't it create a weakness? You mean after c5, Steph? So c5, d takes c5. Oh, c5, d takes c5, knight takes, right? And then this d5 pawn is still defended by the knight, the bishop, and the queen. So it's not a weakness yet for black. So I can show again in analysis. After this, let's say the pawn is sufficient and protected. It's protected by 4 protectors and attacked by 3 attackers, so we cannot win it yet. But yeah, it could be, it could be a weakness, the IQP. Depending on how black is going to continue playing. HVP. I would keep your secrets. Your secret is safe with us. Have a nice dinner, Chibo. Have a nice dinner. I want to trying to get out of the analysis mode. How do I do that? What is this? Okay, I fixed this. Oh, that was fairly easy. What is the tournament name? I think it's, I just said it. I literally just said it and already, the Carolinas Classic. The Carolinas Classic. If I am very correct, I think so. All right, so c5, rook a, c8. Those are two of the best moves. The Carolinas Classic, yes. 5-round Swiss tournament. The time control of 110 plus 10. So 110 minutes plus 10 seconds increment. All right, and she goes for b5. Did not expect b5. All right. So how are we gonna continue here? Knight a2 option. Rook c1 still. Again, a rook c1. It's always rook c1. Bishop d3 to improve the bishop. Because c5, maybe we shouldn't be so scared anymore of c5. Too much resources. Yeah, I mean it's nice if you have stockfish in complicated situations, with analyzing games and commenting, because it's difficult to always just guess the moves. So yeah, knight a2, maybe with the idea to go to b4 and to push for a6. At least that would be my guess. That's why knight a2 maybe. Still rook c1. Trying to get this open file maybe after c5. And bishop d3 improves our bishop. It's a very nice diagonal for our bishop to be on. Hi Sanjay. How are you? All right, and she's taking some time. Dear kid. It's not so late yet, right? We're at the same time zone. Oh, I'm sorry, dear kid. Sorry. I misread your message again. Hi, Plotter. You're fine. Happy to hear, happy to hear. All right, Dina down to an hour. And her opponent has 1 hour 15, so still a little bit of difference between the two. I was just curious what the idea is from rook a2, a6, queen b4. So after knight a2, We want to go for a queen trade? Okay. So that's an interesting plan. And then 94, and then we want to trade something like this. So after knight a2, the plan is to go for a queen trade. Rook c1, a6. So a6 is kind of a move that black really likes to play. Knight e2. Rook a c8. And again, queen b4. So the top two lines are really looking to trade queens right now. Will Dina find this plan? Because that's maybe not easy. I feel like Dina maybe likes to keep the queens on. But yeah, this could be a plan to try and trade the queens. Hi, GP Bear. But she is thinking, maybe she's thinking about any of these plans. Knight e1 followed by knight d3. To get into any of maybe somewhere here. Is that your plan? To go into c5 or e5? And I think she just went for it. She went for it, Hilton. You said it. She went for it. Hi, Red Tiger. Okay, so it seems like her plan could really be knight d3 and then getting into any of these squares, also just protecting these squares. Which is a really good plan. The benefits of a queen trade long term. It really depends on the position, but I feel like trading queens generally can be good in endgames. Queen endgames are quite difficult. So maybe if you really want to go to like an endgame, you can for queen trades, just generally trade pieces. If you're up material, you can also offer queen trades. But it also really depends on the position and your playing style. I feel like people that like to play more aggressively like to keep the queens on. People that like to have slower games like to trade the queens. So there it's not one answer. There are more answers. But I hope I answered your question. Hi Unreal, how are you? All right, so let's see. So we already saw this a6 move for black. Other moves are still rook a c8, but also queen f8, which feels a little bit unnatural. So a6 or rook c8 feels a bit more human to do. What do I reckon this position? White has little edge. I have this type position so many times with white. Black's position is tough to crack. Yeah, I think I agree, Plotter. I mean, it's very the evil bar is also equal, so I think they're both pretty solid and difficult to to what you said, Plotter, to crack Black's position. but we're only almost 15, so I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen later on in the game. How can you get good at bullets? Oh, good question. I I don't really know super good. I'm not so good at bullet myself though. But I think being really fast with a mouse helps definitely a lot. Looking for a break with f3 and e4 after some preparation. Yeah, I feel like this e4 break, could that be typical for positions like this? I feel like that's maybe it could be thematic. Um, yeah, f3, e4. Yeah, I agree, Mermaid. I think the the time management is really good. I think we also don't have to worry about time trial. I think Dina is still very, very good at chess with low time. Starting with bullets were not the best idea. I mean, maybe, I mean, it depends, right? It depends what you want to get out of chess. I think if you want to get better, maybe not, but if you just want to play some nice chess, I think bullet is perfectly fine. Oh, thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Hi, Spaceberry. All right, and we saw a6, and she plays the best move. I think that's awesome for her. a6 to kind of stop a4, that we cannot play a6. All right, so maybe Dina will continue with her plan of knight d3. Otherwise, maybe bishop f3 or h3. I haven't met Dina in real life yet. So Dina played on her last move, she played knight e1. And I think her plan might be to go to d3 and kind of looking at these c5 and e5 squares. But she could also develop her bishop maybe to f3. So Dina has quite some options that look pretty good. She has some really nice moves that can improve her pieces. All right, since Dina is not back yet, I think this is a good moment for me to quickly go to the toilet. So I'll be back hopefully before Dina returns to play her move. So I'll be back very soon. I'll be back very soon. See you all in a second. All right. Okay, we saw a move. Knight to d3. That's awesome. So Dina is going for our plan. Oh. Dina is going with the plan of knight d3, looking at his really good squares. c5, e5. I'm just reading back the chat, seeing if I missed anything. Hi, Ellen. Good to see you. Hi, Fiona. Good to see you too. Okay, okay. All right, so Dina plays knight d3. And, all right, rook c8 is still an option. c5 even, and queen f8. Still very balancing. It's difficult for both sides to break through. You think the downside here is c5 is more playable? I mean, I think c5 is a good move, yeah, because it attacks white center. It would be nice if we can get maybe e4 at some point. What's the hairy monster for cat? That's Toulouse. I saw him just laying on the couch, and I thought I'd show you guys Toulouse because he was sleeping. So I thought it's the right time to pick him up. Yeah, Dina's position is very okay. It's still very equal, but I think if we get a bit later in the game, Dina will be able to break through. So that will be really exciting. Women's Candidate Master, yes, PMD. Yes, Magnus Gear, we started. I can replay it for you guys. That might be nice. Since maybe some new people are here too. That we maybe look from the beginning. All right. Oh. Okay, so Dina played a Queen's Gambit. Hi, Alan the Great. Dina plays a Queen's Gambit, and her opponent plays a bit like a Slav structure. Well, yeah, Slav because of this, you know, this bishop is very typical. We see trade of the bishops, castle. Oh, all my arrows are still in here. Both players improving their pieces, very balanced. We see a5. Then we saw this b6 and a6. And now we are where we are now. That doesn't make sense. Now we are where we are now. After Dina played knight d3. Of course, Magisgiri, of course. And the moves for black are quite the same as we looked at before. Like, still this c5 break is an option. Rook c8 to go for this c5 break. That's really the plan that black maybe should go for if they see it. If they see it, of course. Yeah, I have vacation up here. I mean, I don't have all my grades back yet, but I assume that it will be all fine. So are we excited to have a 3-month vacation right now? Hi, Abby, how are you? Now where we are, where are now? Now we are where we are now, where we were earlier and not where we shall be later. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. From a night stroll, that sounds nice. Hi, hi. How are you? All right. So Black has been taking quite some time, so they're closer in time right now. They're about 9 minutes apart from each other. So Dina is really picking up the pace, I feel like, with the moves. And her opponent is thinking very long, um, which is good for us, which is good for us. I think Dina is walking around looking at Andreas and Alex's game. I hope she will win both her games today. I think that would be really awesome after her game yesterday. I think she really deserves a win. She played really good yesterday. True, Ellen. I feel like that was the case. Yeah. How many tournaments has Dina played in the last 6 months? Ooh, that I don't know. But I feel like Dina plays at quite some tournaments frequently. But I don't know the exact amount. I'm not afraid of underrated working kids. As she shouldn't. I mean, she shouldn't. I think she's gonna bring out everything to win today, and she's 100% capable of winning today. Hey, Aladdin. Someone sat at her place. You mean someone other than Dina sat at her chair? You guys hear the rain? It's raining really hard right now here. She isn't afraid of making kids cry. I don't think so. I mean, chess is a hard game. The sorry, PM. Yeah, I would never lie. But yeah, I mean, it's very normal to be scared of children in chess. I am. I am scared of children in chess because they're always really strong, and I feel like you cannot do it good. Like either you beat them and then they get really upset, or you get beaten by a child and then you get really upset, right? I feel like there's no win situation. She's put her other hoodie on. Is it that cold in the playing hall that she has to put two hoodies? All right. Did we see a move? No. I saw Dina writing something on her score sheet, and I thought we saw a move. It's still the fly. I think, yeah. I mean, I have a lot of plants in the house, and it attracts fruit flies. Combative chess too slow. But everyone has their own time control they like, right? Well, Dina has a drink. She has a drink, like in a white cup. Like I cannot point there, but a white cup is a drink. I don't know what she's drinking. Yeah, in Deep Flutter, but I remember Dina saying that it's cold in the playing hall. And I do see a lot of people with jackets. Like a guy with a beanie, a guy with a sweater, here another guy with a jacket. It's a water bottle. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Maybe there's coffee in there. Or tea. Or water. Yeah, it looks kind of chilly, but I mean, I don't know if you guys experience this too, but I feel like at the end of a long game, you also just get cold because it takes a lot of energy to think. So that's definitely also not helping, I feel like. All right, we see a move, which is rook to c8, preparing for a c5 break. Let's look at some moves for Dina. Bishop h3, sorry, bishop f3, h3, rook fe1. Rook fe1 preparing for e4. Hi Cholo, good to see you again. We're still very balanced. It's 30 degrees right now where they are playing. That's pretty hot. I wish it was 30 degrees in the Netherlands. But yeah, they must have put the AC very, very high then. That's craziest. That's craziest. Yeah, it's craziest. It's not a word. You like f3 and e4 for Dina. F3 to go for e4, right? I feel like e4 is maybe a nice plan for Dina. Rook fe1 also prepares for e4. So I think there might be a good plan for Dina. This is Dina's second game. This is Dina's second game. Second out of 5 games. Did you complain to the German organizers? Ah, I see. I hope they adjust it because it must be not so nice to play in a very, very cold environment. If you have to think so much, because then a lot of energy goes to kind of, you know, keeping your body warm. So I feel like that's exhausting. Right, and she goes for bishop f3. This is one of the best moves in the position. And bishop f3 also prepares for this e4, I think. Maybe after rook e1, we're getting ready to play for e4. And I think that's really strong to attack black center. All right, Diana's opponent is also back. So is her opponent gonna go for her plan and go with c5 because she played rook c8? Probably with the plan of c5 in mind. So maybe we'll see it already. Yeah, I feel like if you sleep, at least I like to have a cold room when I sleep. I don't know why that is, but yeah, cold in the night and then warm during the day. All right, so c5 is a very logical move here, but other than that, we have queen c7. Even more preparing c5 maybe, and rook c7 maybe to double the rooks. But they're all kind of, I feel like they're all kind of moves to go for this c5 break. That feels like the kind of the one big plan that's black is working towards right now. Makes sense, BMD. Yeah. Makes sense. A lot of sense. Yeah. And blankies are really, really cozy, right? So it cannot have it too cozy. Hi, Ibrahim. How are you? You like bishop f3, maybe rook d2 will come next. Rook d2. Rook c2, or I thought maybe rook e1 to prepare for the e4 break, because I feel like if black's plan is to go with c5, maybe our plan should be to go with e4. To also create some counter attack. I'm not sure. Dina is still cruising. Yes, it's still very balanced. Like suit. Alright, her opponent is taking quite some time. They're right now 2.5 minutes apart only. So while Dina has been kind of catching up on time, her opponent is slowing down. So Dina might overtake her in time and get a little time advantage even, which would be awesome. Which would be very nice because low on time it's difficult to play with low time. I think. All right, can we think of any other plans for Dina that might be logical? Because I feel like e4 is a nice plan. Do we have any other possible plans for Dina, or to maybe improve her pieces? Um, this knight on d3 is quite nice. It looks at all these squares. Um, maybe this knight, or even the queen. Oh, we see. For a second, I thought the rook was already there. All right, rook e8, which gives Dina +1. So it gives Dina a little bit of an advantage. And Stockfish wants to trade queens here, which should keep the advantage. Hi Redrum, how are you? Hi Kevin Jones, my name is Phoebe. Oh, you are Redrum. Wow, I feel so blessed. Thank you. All right, so I mean, it's not easy to see, I feel like, that trading queens here would give an advantage. Because I feel like it's a positional advantage, right? To trade queens. So, oh, okay. So, okay, the line, I want to show you guys the line is queen b4, Oh, queen takes, knight takes, and then crazy g6. And then rook c1. So I feel like this position kind of, this is where Stockfish wants to go to. The highlights a good versus bad bishop. I could see that because the bishop on b7 is quite bad because it's blocked by their own pawns. Our bishop is at least a little bit better. Also our knights are active, but yeah, we control a lot of squares in the center. If it's easy to push for a win after queen b4, I mean, it's only +1, which is, I feel, difficult to hold. But I do feel if someone could win it, it's Dina. So I think it's very pleasant to be in that position. Let me slam pieces on c5. I mean, right, is square. If you get a knight on there, I'm a bit stuttering. If you can get a knight on c5, double on the c file to attack the c6 weakness. You mean PMD? And she played knight a2. Knight a2 is really good. I mean, we saw this. I feel like we saw this knight a2 plan earlier, right? Knight a2, and then go for queen b4. So I feel like we saw this before. That's true, Vrefsham, yes. Only protected piece on c5. I mean, hate is a big word for knight a2. It's still completely equal. But maybe she plans to go with queen b4 and then go for the queen trades. But knight a2 is still fine. Nice Stockfish. It gave a question mark, but it's still equal. I think Stockfish is just being a bit tough. Still equal. Knight b3 and knight d3. Knight b3, knight d3. That would be really nice. I mean, difficult to maybe achieve. Go back here. So it's still, I mean, it's still equal. It's not like Dina blundered. And I feel like queen b4 was also difficult to see. It's not a obvious move to make. This c7 bishop looks really sad. That's true, yes. If we can block the c6 pawn, this bishop is gonna get... I wanted to make a sentence, but it didn't make sense. The bishop is not gonna get back into the game. But yeah, for black, c5 is the move right now. They have to get c5 in, I feel like. Because if we can get a piece here on c5, it's too late for black. Do I have anything to eat yet? Not yet. But I will eat after the round. Like in between. There's like around 2 hours, so that's perfect amount of time to eat. And to, well, yeah, and to walk Coda. Sorry, I didn't mean to forget about Coda. But yeah, I mean, this bishop, if black can free this bishop, it would be very nice for them. And c5, yes, it's not awesome, you know, for them, but it frees their bishop, and their bishop is by far their worst piece. Worst piece? That's a sentence. That's good. Worst, yeah, that makes sense, right? Worst piece. So the main candidate moves here are c5, rook c7, I think to double up here, and knight e4. Is Dina a positional player? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I mean, judging on that she chose to play the Queen's Gambit, like d4, I feel like d4 openings are more positional than e4 openings. So maybe today she was in a positional mood, but I have seen Dina play too little to say if she is a positional player. You think she is? Then it would make sense that she chose to play d4 today. I feel it's really cool to be a positional player because it's difficult. At least for me, to understand positions so good and to feel like you have positional advantage. Like it's easier to see tactics, you know what I mean? Or to be aggressive. See you later, Miko. All right, we see knight e4, which is quite a good square for the knight. So maybe, do we put back the knight? No, that would be silly. Bishop g4. Pinning this knight. Okay. Knight a b4. Knight a b4 attacking the c6 pawn. She swears by pawn centers and the Caro-Kann. I saw that Dina plays a lot of Caro-Kanns, right? I think that's cool. She doesn't play e4 openings? I thought you guys said that she also plays e4 openings. Because that's a bit more tactical, right? A bit more aggressive. She has games where she'll sack 2 rooks. You guys want to see the cat again? Can show the cat again in a second. Any C opening enjoyers? C4 opening? I used to play the English for quite a while. I saw that game fly. I saw that game. That was really impressive. I saw that game. That was really impressive. I didn't retro. I actually didn't know that was happening. Otherwise, I would have checked in. But I feel like I just, when I read that it was happening, it was already 2 hours delayed. So I was really sad. I would love to see it. Was it nice? All right, and she went for knight b4. I like it. One of the best moves. Discussion was distracted. Oh, doesn't sound good. Least positional chess. I mean, I agree, not sure. I mean, I'm very quick to say d4 is positional, e4 tactical. Every opening can lead to anything, you know. Bishop takes f3. You mean bishop takes on e4? Hilton? That is what is fun about chess. It is, yes. Bishop takes e4, e takes e4. Okay, wait, I just wanna go back one move. D takes e4. Knight c5. Knight takes c5. D takes, queen takes. Rook d7. I mean, I do agree. Or look, the rook looks nice here on the 7th rank. But we did give up a pawn though, and I'm not sure if our rook being on the 7th rank is enough compensation for the pawn we gave up. But we have activity, so I do like that line. We do have activity. So I do like the line. I do like that in your line we sack a pawn for activity. Yeah, I think it's too risky to give up the pawn Hilton. Because our rook might be active, but our other pieces are not that active yet. All right, so bishop g4 and knight a b4. Oh, sorry. I was at the wrong position. I was really confused. Okay. You want to play chess, but you're too sleepy. I feel like every time is the right time to play chess. I just went back to some position and then I was like, but the knight was already there. But I just, yeah, I was not at the right moment. All right, so we see c5 still is an option. And knight g5. Oh, knight g5, c5, attacking this bishop, and c5 are the two options here we can look at. What sport is on television? Football or soccer? Almost the same thing. You would consider taking on e4. Bishop takes e4. But this pawn on e4, wouldn't it be very annoying for us? Cricket. That's nice. This pawn on e4, right? Maybe that's would be annoying. Where do we put our knight? Here, here, here. All right, we see rook c7. Okay, she's probably trying to double on the c file. And go for